Hey guys, Ellen Woodbridge here, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. And today I am here a titch later than normal because I had an appointment this morning. And I am playing with one stamp. Hey Diane, thanks for joining. Playing with one stamp from the Christmas Gleaming stamp set, just one. That's the only stamping we're doing today. Hey Kathleen, I've grabbed out the Tufted embossing folder and we are pairing it with, oh Louisa, don't take that piece of paper. I got Miss Doggy under my desk today. Oh, and I have some Magnolia Lane. Hey Joanne, thanks for joining. Hey Karen, some Magnolia Lane paper. Hey Betty, thanks for joining. Now, today, just pre-warning you, I am on my cellular network because my Wi-Fi has been a bit hit and miss, so I wanted to make sure you guys could actually see properly. So that's what I have done. Now I'm also going to be playing with the Poppy Parade Stampin' Blends markers because this is the paper I've chosen, but these are the cards that I made. I know it's been done before, but this is my own little spin. So I am making the grey granite version, but I made a white and a grey granite version because one of my really good friends and customers, when I showed her this card, went, I think it'll look better in white. So I made the white version, and then when I made this in class nearly 2 weeks ago, I gave them all a choice of whether they wanted to make the white or the grey granite. But today, because most people like the white, I'm going to make some grey granite ones. I personally like the grey granite, but that's just me. So what I might do is flip us around and we can have a chat as I make and colour and do all those things. And I hope you are all well. I had an appointment this morning, so a normal hospital appointment, nothing exciting. Got some downtime, so I've got my newsletter written ready to go this morning. Oh, hey Shelley, nice to see you as well. Sorry, everything's not where it's meant to be today. I don't know what's going on. Morning, Kathy. Well, it's actually afternoon here, Kathy. Hey, Carol. Oh, thank you. I like this top too. This is one from last season, but it was a lot tighter last season, and now it's just a bit flowy, which is nice. So what I'm going to do, while you guys are still just popping in, I'm going to get up my second screen, which isn't currently working. Thank you for sharing. I got a sleeveless top from the same shop, or should I say, of course, we're an hour ahead. You've only got 25 minutes left in the morning, Kathy. Yeah, while my mum was there, she got a sleeveless top with a very similar pattern in it, which was great. Okay, so let's see if we're up and running now. We're not sure what's going on with my laptop. I just don't want to miss any comments while I go around. Aha, there we go. A refresh always works. So yes, good evening. Yes, you people in the northern hemisphere, it is, and in totally different time zones, it's yesterday and it's evening. So I like coming to you from the future. See, I'm even coming from the future for you, Kathy. Okay, I'll flick you guys around. We will start now that I have everything kind of sort of set up. And I'm experimenting as well because I used my phone quite a bit at my appointment this morning. I'm sort of experimenting and seeing if I can helps if I can keep my charger cord here without it showing on screen, which I think maybe I can't. Maybe I don't think I can. Actually, maybe I might. Oh yes, it's absolutely true. We are not lying. Okay, I think I'm going to have to, this cord's going to annoy me, let alone you girls. So I'll take that cord out. We should have enough power, but we will just have to, I got cord warfare here today, girls. Sorry. I thought I was prepared, but apparently I wasn't. Okay, so I'm going to turn off the overhead light and then come back and see how we are traveling, if my computer has caught up with us. See how we're going for straightness issues. Okay, I think and hope we're fine now. See, now you can see how flowy my top is. I'll show you the patterning as where I'm just waiting. It's a bit peeled, but it's still a really comfy top. Okay, I think we're just going to get into it, and I can make any adjustments later. So, sort of got everything out. I've got some extra sheets of paper here of my grey granite, and I'm sure, oh look, I've even got one pretty much pre-made, ready to go. I've just got finished colouring one, and I will colour another from scratch. Now, I have made, and I will show you those now that where did I put them? They're over here. So I've made two Christmas versions of this card, and what I have also done is made two non-Christmas versions of this card. So this is using the whole the ribbon isn't from the Magnolia suite, but the sentiment and the papers are. So this pink, petal pink paper is just the back of this one. Now, if you were my scrap piece of paper, where would you be hiding? Or do I'll just grab one, because these are my class ones, and they have pretty much had it. So what I want to start with is just colouring our magnolias to make them a bit more poinsettia-ish. Hey Bobby. Okay, I've got to go back. Yes, the embossing folder is Tufted 3D. That's exactly correct. Hey Kathleen. Hey Laurie, thanks for joining. So yeah, I'm just changing the cardstock from Christmas, from being just a pretty petal pink flower to Christmas. So what I'm making sure is I don't go into the leaves, and I just leave the middle stamen to be So Saffron. Pretty sure it's So Saffron. Okay, so I've done this half, and what I'm going to go in now, making sure, yes, this is Dark Poppy Parade. So I've gone in with Light Poppy Parade, and now I'm just following these darker areas that are already denoted in the printing, and just dabbing those with, and I'm literally dabbing, I'm not doing anything super duper special. And then I'm just going over it just where I've done those areas, just to give them a bit of a blend and soften those harsher lines. So that's one done. Now they will dry back to be the same. So I need to know personal opinions, whether you guys like the grey granite or the white versions of these. I will be sharing these ones in a post in the next few weeks. But with the Christmas ones, which do you prefer? Because that's what I'm going to be asking. Because I'm curious to know all your guys' personal taste. And what a couple of my girls did, and what we've seen online, is they left some of these petals totally blank. So they did the outside and left the inside white with the petal pink, and that also looked quite striking, but I just prefer a full red flower because that's sort of what I was going for. And once I've decided on something, I know, it didn't feel very me having both styles in the same thing. You like the grey granite one, you like both. Okay, with uncoloured flowers. So you prefer this version, the Enjoy Today version. Right. I just thought it was good to use this paper in a totally not how it was intended way, and I know a lot of my girls have this paper, so I wanted to show them a different way, and I know a lot of you girls have these papers as well. I wanted to show you how you can stretch it beyond just being a pretty card. And because these pieces are smaller, they don't take too long. Actually, do you know what? I am just going to do 2 flowers on each, because I actually like that the rest of these aren't full flowers, and I think I really like that. Just leaving 2 and leaving the rest as they are. Okay, I like that. And with this one, I might do 1, 2, 3 buds and leave the open ones as is. Look at me changing it up. So have you girls done this with any of your pattern papers before? It doesn't quite blend as easily as on Whisper White paper, but you certainly do still get a nice result. I will look up further comments in a second, because I've asked you a couple of things, but I can't look and colour at the same time, otherwise God knows what I'm going to colour here on the sheet. Just going to turn off my fan next to me. Hello Delinda, thank you for joining. So just going in and hitting those detail lines. Oh, look at my hand tremoring. Luckily it is my left hand and not the one I'm actually colouring with. Okay, and then just go through circular, blend those areas, just soften those edges, and I'll show you on the other side how it just pushes the ink through, which is why I've just got a scratch sheet. This one's going to be a bit more difficult to stay in the lines because I've got this full flower. next to it, but we'll give it a red hot crack, okay? The good thing is you can go into the black without too much trouble. Now, this little bit here. Oh, look at that. Precision colouring at its best. Just going over a few more of those edges. I think I like those. I like what I've done, just highlighting a couple. So rather than my girls going around the outside petals and leaving the inside, I've highlighted a couple of them and left the rest as is. So it's like a mixed bunch, as you'd get at a florist. You've not tried that? Oh, you'll pop up a video of, oh, hang on. I know, I saw you at Craft Online. I saw quite a few of my Facebook friends. So some of my other Facebook friends are up with you, Miss J. So if any of them are around with you, hi, I hope you're having a great time. So please say hello to them for me. Oh no, okay, no problems. Bye, Jamie. Okay, so we've done those two pieces. I've got one of the tufted pieces already. You need headphones, Jamie. So I'm just going to get this one ready to emboss. Now I've got one little girl sprawled out on the floor beside me, thinking she's Lady Muck after David's pile of technology next to his chair. It sort of avalanched and she had a bit of a, oh my god, the sky's falling in. That's fairly straight, so I'll keep that as is. Got my die cut machine here. Yes, well, oh, that just moved. I wasn't holding that tight enough. So I'm just getting, I'm using the the embossing folder to line this up. Now I always put it in crease first on any die cut machine because it puts less stress on the folder, and if you put it in flaps first it can then put pressure on the join and you can get it coming apart. Yes, this is one of my very old cutting pads, but it's a really straight one. I use that for like farewell invitations for my son's year 6 farewell many years ago. So I love the Tufted 3D, and it's one of the thicker embossing folders, so I need less pads through the die cut machine because it is one of the 3D ones. And I'll just show you with this, you do get a really nice deep impression. So it's a deeper impression than the standard embossing folders. Okay, now I think I need another Mossy Meadow card base. Now, while I'm doing all this boring bit, have you girls seen the news today that we have our Christmas time suite, or Christmas time is here suite, is available to purchase in Australia because we're in the future. It's available to purchase as of today, and this trimmer, yes, I'm talking to you, Miss Diane Brown, this trimmer is now available to customers. So if any of you girls in Australia would like to purchase this, please tell me and I will get one to you. So it's $44. You girls have seen me play with this over the past month. If you haven't, I did do a bit of an unboxing video at the start of last month and made a card with this little pig as well. Yep, And I made a card with that as well, showing you the features and the things, my first impressions of what I love about this trimmer. I just love that it cuts so well. It scores straight. The arm doesn't have any extra movement in it, which helps me cut straight. It's really sturdy, but it's light. Yes, not a problem, Delinda, not a problem at all. Yes, it is an amazing trimmer, and it's now available to customers, which is fantabulous. So, my bone folder. So really, we're up to assembling these. Oh no, I know what I haven't done. I've got to stamp the Merry Christmas, but I might do that while I'm in my head getting ready to assemble the bases and put on the ribbon. I will do that. So on my white card, I did use the Magnolia Lane ribbon, and there is a reason, because I don't have very much of this grey granite ribbon left. So I split it, but I like both ribbons and they're both really beautiful and easy to tie. And this one comes with some Mossy Meadow. It comes with Mossy Meadow twine, which is really nice. Hello, Miss Lorraine, on your lunch break. I hope you're doing well. Oh, and no one's noticed, I have new nails today. I happily got those done and got all my nails fixed on my other hand. Sorry, Miss Louisa. I had to move the bin and it's nearly sitting at her nose. She was a bit startled for a second. Oh, this is coming out nice now. Bit of a slow start, that coming up. Okay. Now, I have cut and sized these pieces so I can layer both with a perfect border around the outside. They both fit beautifully. What I might do though, I might just need a touch of a bigger block. I might do that just because that is so textured. Just saves me holding it for a couple of minutes while I do this other one. So does everyone have anything exciting planned for the weekend? I don't think I do. I think I'm going to watch my son play at a gig at his school on Sunday afternoon. Him and his band are playing together again, which is nice. Now, I'm thinking, do these look weird? Yeah, they do look weird upside down. I answered my own question. Oh, Jamie shared her video. I can't believe those girls got to go inside Craft Online. So jealous. Just be good to see how warehouses are set up. I'd also love to see the Stampin' Up warehouse, even the Australian one. I think it'd be a very, very interesting exercise. So you can see how I've lined these up, like sized them, and then covering the join either with ribbon, or you could do it with a secondary piece of pattern paper. But I've kept them fairly simple, but I've given them some texture with the ribbon and the embossing, and I've given them some personalization with changing the pattern paper, and I have also personalized it just with the Merry Christmas stamp. This one I'm going to have to leave a touch of a gap, but once again that will be covered by the ribbon. Okay, so they are done. I'm finished with this glue completely. Hey lovely, you are better late than never. I was just showing how I coloured in the Magnolia Lane pattern paper with the Stampin' blends. So if you want to go back and watch that, you can just go back. I haven't been on too long. I've been on less than half an hour. Okay, so this is the grey granite woven ribbon, I want to say. Oh, overtime, Lorraine. Yuck. But overtime's good for the hip pocket. That means more craft supplies, doesn't it, when you work overtime? So I'm just doing a simple knot. So if you want to watch, so I knot it, and then this top piece I turn, so I get a flat knot. Now, I don't know if I do this differently to anyone else. Then I create a loop, pop my tail through, if my tail will go through, and then what I do, I pull this tail tight, and then I just pull with one end. It doesn't matter what end you pull with, as long as you don't pull both tails, you get a really, really nice flat knot. And what I can also do is just do some zhuzhing. So I just gave that an extra pull at the off angle, so they both sit straighter than what they previously were. So I don't pull it totally tight until just gives me some zhuzh room. There we go. I'm pretty happy with that. And me being me, I'm going to pull this off to one side, and I'm pulling it off to the opposite side to this flower, so then they don't compete with each other. Yeah, I think I want to bring it back a bit, just a touch, and just bring it up as well. Okay. And while I'm happy with this, I'm going to grab my paper snips and a glue dot. Hey, Alison. Well, it's not Halloween here, but happy Halloween for your neck of the world. Yeah, it's a tip I learnt after watching many people, many of my favourite American crafters actually, and they weren't, one of them was a Stampin' Up person, Amy Rasavi, who is Prairie Paper Ink, or Prairie Paper and Ink. So she, and Christina Werner, who at the time was working for Stampin' Up as well, as a designer, or graphic designer. She did catalogue design. There's a top tip if you didn't know that both of those girls, Amy was a demonstrator and Christina actually worked on our first Australian catalogue. It's better today than what it has been other days, Kathy. Okay. My left hand's got the shakes today. I am lucky that I am right-handed. Okay. Don't go back through. This is why I always have a bit extra, because my hands are the way they are. I just need that touch extra to Now this ribbon doesn't want to sit like that, so I'm going to twist it the opposite way and sort of not fight it but go with it, because sometimes it's just easier to go with what the ribbon wants to do and make it look nice than to fight it. So I'm cool about wasting that much ribbon, because I could have wasted double that. I've still got ribbon left, but not much. But I do love this ribbon. It's beautiful and soft, and I like the white detailing. Actually, both these ribbons do have a white edge, which just adds a really nice classy detail, especially when you've got white in the project. Oh, I've been home for about an hour and I didn't notice it that thick about an hour ago. Top. What do you think about the black tufted today? The black top. About a black top today. What do you think about a black top today? I'm not sure. What do you think about a black top today? I'm not sure what you're saying there, Karen. I'm a bit confused. So get back to me. Okay, I'm also finished with the glue dots, because you know you've got to use all the glues when you're crafting. Kathy, are you at home or are you at the studio today? Because I mean, we get it pretty thick where we are because we're at the end of the valley. Like, we've got 3 sides of the hills going up. Now, I did hide one of my little Merry Christmases up here, and I'm from the Christmas Gleaming set. All we're using is this Merry Christmas, which I love. I love all the sentiments in this, and they all go very well together. So they are designed to work together. Okay. Poppy Parade ink, where are you living with the brides? Right. Ow. Oh, you're in the studio. Okay, but you're right at the back as well. You've got the hills directly behind you, which means it's probably thicker where we are because of the hills. Okay. Let's see how this stamps first time. That's pretty good. I can live with that. So very simple stamping. Karen, you need to tell me what you were talking about. I'm a bit kerfuffled and I now need to know. Okay, so as you know, I don't cut straight lines well, but if I have to cut something like this, I do prefer to use long-handled scissors. So, oh God, that's crooked. So I can do it in one pass. It doesn't matter if this isn't straight because it's actually not printed, it's not carved totally straight. It's not perfect is what I'm trying to say. So I'm okay with imperfect. Handmade, not Hallmark. Rubbish in the bin, turn these over, put, so you can see I stuffed up that stamping. I think we need mini dimensionals. Oh look, I have one row and one dimensional left in this pack. The outsides of these are so thick and fantastic to use on bigger spaces once you use up all the mini dimensionals. And I'm just going to put 3 because we don't like saggy middles, although I am developing a very saggy middle, but I'm only talking about, oh, black cardstock. That would look really nice, Karen, because it'd pick up the black from in here, but I'm not much of a fan of black on Christmas cards, although my nails are very Christmassy with black with the gold glitter. Okay. Right, that one can go there. And then these are our cards done besides my stickers on the back. Sorry, I thought that's what you were saying, Karen, but I didn't want to assume. Okay, I am definitely going to use my scissors to get the edges of these off, because I don't think, yeah, the mini ones are just a touch too small for my fingers. Cool, thank you. Did you just put the center? No, I didn't, because I'd previously stamped it and it didn't stamp nicely, but thank you for alerting me to that, Lorraine. Oh, oops, dropped it onto my lap. Okay. Rightio. Now this will be my last Magnolia Lane card for a while, because these are the ones I made in class. I may have an odd one pop up, but I've done the bulk of the ones that I planned to share with you. So I'm not quite sure what I will share next week with you, but if anyone has any suggestions of what they may like to see, I am totally open to that. Or I'm sure I will come up with something. I will go grab my stickers. Because I always put my business details on the back, because someone may want to thank me, ring me and thank me for the card. Someone may want to recommend I make a card for a friend, and I just remembered I've got to do a card for my mum. She wants me to add a 90 something to a card. Maybe it was a 98 or a 95 to a card. I can't remember how old her neighbour is. Okay, done. So these are the cards I made today, and this tail is going to just want to do what it wants to do. So these are the cards, and this is what we've used. So we've used the Brightly Gleaming stamp set, the Stampin' Blends in Poppy Parade, the Tufted embossing folder, and the ribbon. So thank you. I have had so much fun playing with this Magnolia set. I liked it, but I wasn't sure I would love it as much as I do Pamela, which I really do. Thanks, Joanne. I really appreciate that. But yeah, if you guys have any things that you might like me to see, might like to see me show you. Look at me trying to find my words on a Friday. Please drop me a line or leave a comment here, and I will put them in the bank of things that I can show you. So, my pleasure, Diane. I'm glad you like them. Thank you for joining me as always. I appreciate not crafting by myself, because that'd be pretty sad if I couldn't share what I loved with you girls. But have a lovely weekend. You never know, I may be back on over the weekend. I'm just not sure how things are going to pan out at the moment. But you girls have a lovely weekend, and I will definitely catch you guys next week. Thanks for joining. Bye.